Welcome to the Talent Ed website. In this screencast, you will learn how to navigate the website, access the forms and tasks you are required to complete in your evaluation cycle, and understand the workflow process. When you log into Talent Ed, you will see the incomplete tasks that you are responsible for each year. As you complete these tasks, they will drop off your list and go into your history. First, it is helpful to remember that in the Talent Ed platform, the person being evaluated is referred to as the direct report, and the person doing the evaluation is referred to as the supervisor or evaluator. Now, let's take a quick tour of the navigation tabs. By clicking on the History tab, you will be able to view any tasks that have been completed. In the future, you will be able to view historical data by selecting prior years using the drop-down menu. Next, the Attachments tab will let you view and access any files that you attached to your forms when you submitted them to your supervisor. By clicking on your Profile tab, you will be able to change your password, select your email preferences, and view your supervisors. The My Folder icon functions as a home button and can help you return to your task page at any time. The Signatures icon allows you to access any forms that require a signature or action on your part. Finally, at the bottom of your screen, you will note the icon legend that identifies the different icons that are used in the Talent Ed system. Now let's take a closer look at the task screen. First, you will note that you only see forms that you are responsible for. Forms that will be completed by the administrator, such as the formal observation forms or the informal observations forms, do not appear in the educator's task list. For example, the formal observation for this observation cycle would be Step 5, but it is not visible to this educator. Here, you will see the evaluation cycle that the educator has been assigned to. Each process has been built to reflect the required steps in the Bethel Public School evaluation plan and the specific rubric appropriate to the job type. Next, you would view any due dates that have been set by the plan or the administrator. Now that you are familiar with the screen, I will demonstrate how to access, complete, and submit a form. To begin, simply click Go to Form. When the form opens, you will see that the demographic information has already been completed by the Talent Ed system. To begin filling out the form, simply click on a box to enter the required information. To serve as a resource, the appropriate rubrics have been embedded in the forms. When you click on the name of a rubric, it will open up in a new window. You will be able to copy and paste from the rubric as needed into your Talent Ed form. To navigate back to your Talent Ed form, you would simply select the tab to open the window back up. As you fill out your form, you will notice that for longer responses, there are word processing tools available to you. Simply read each question and provide your response in the text box. It will expand as needed. Also, it's important to note that there is a spell check feature that will indicate words that are spelled incorrectly and allow you to use your computer's tools to fix them. According to our teacher evaluation plan, all educators are required to set one SLO. However, educators have the option to set an additional SLO. This option has been built into the Talent Ed forms for those teachers who wish to set more than one SLO. As you work, Talent Ed is auto-saving your work every minute. If you're disconnected from Wi-Fi or interrupted and unable to save, you will lose very little of your progress. You do not need to complete your work on a form in one setting. At any time, you may select the Save Progress button at the bottom of your screen and continue editing your form at a later time. When you've completed all of your required questions, you will see the option to add up to 3 attachments to your form when you submit it to your evaluator. You will also note the approval process or workflow the form must go through before it is considered complete. In this case, the goal-setting form will need to be approved by the supervisor evaluator and reviewed by the direct report or educator. When you've finished your form and wish to submit it to your administrator, you must select Save and Submit. Your administrator will not see the form until you do this. A pop-up box will come up to ask you if you are sure you want to take this step. A final save will lock your current answers, and you will not be able to edit them in the future unless your supervisor or evaluator asks for a revision. Forms that have been completed or accepted by your evaluator and require action by you will be indicated with the red icon on the Signatures tab. They will also be indicated by an email that you will receive letting you know you need to take this action. Simply click on the tab and you will see which forms require action on your part. You would click View and Sign. Once the form is open, you will see an icon that will allow you to print that form if you wish. After reviewing the form, you would check the box indicating that you have read and accepted the electronic signature statement and type your name. In the box. After that, select Submit. Note that when asked to review a form or sign a form, evaluators and educators have the opportunity to add comments in the workflow process. These comments will stay with the documents. In order to reflect the key principles of our evaluation plan, administrators will be using the Form Share feature in Talent Ed to share forms with educators prior to reflection meetings, indicated by the icon seen here. The educator can go to the form by selecting Go to Form to view the administrator's feedback prior to the meeting. When they open it up, it will be in view-only mode and they would be unable to edit the feedback or form. At the reflection meeting, the administrator and teacher will review the evidence and collaboratively determine the rating. Another thing to notice is when working on the mid-year and end-of-year documents, the data and responses submitted on the goal-setting forms will be automatically transferred to the new forms for the educator to review. For example, when I access the mid-year form here and scroll down, the SLO that was set on the goal-setting form appears here. Finally, as you are working within a form, you can quickly review and access prior forms by selecting the Forms tab found on the side of your screen. As forms are completed in the observation cycle, they will appear here in a list. By clicking the tab, you are able to see the form that was completed. If a form is not completed, it will indicate that that form will appear after it is completed by the direct report. You can scroll through forms that have already been completed and access that information without moving away from the form you're currently on. By clicking the tab once more, you can return to the document you are currently working on. Thank you for viewing this screencast. I hope you have found it informative and helpful.